Hello. So today, guys, we'll be doing sequences. To be specific, we'll be doing arithmetic sequence. As you all know, we have three kinds of sequences, right? We have arithmetic, geometric, and quadratic. But in this case, we'll be doing arithmetic. So, the thing about arithmetic sequences, we have two kinds of formulas, right? We have this one that I just wrote down here. The Tn is equal to A plus D into N minus 1. And another one which is Tn equals to An plus B. But I'd say you guys should use this one. This one will be beneficial for you, especially in grade 11 and 12. So the sequences, so you usually learn them from grade 9 up until upwards, okay? So in this case, we'll be using this formula, this one. And you as well, guys, I advise you to use this one in all cases for an arithmetic sequence, okay? So our A in this case, which is this one, this letter A over here, stands for the first term in the sequence, right? And then the D stands for the difference, okay, between two numbers. Meaning good when you take T2 minus T1 is the difference between those two numbers, okay? And then the N right over here stands for the term position. I think I wrote this thing down over here. See, the term position, and then one is just one. Our A stands for the first term, the D for the difference, and then the Tn on the side here stands for the nth term, okay? So let's do an example together, okay? So we have a sequence right over here. It's minus 1, minus 3, minus 5, and minus 7, right? So the difference between this is T2, right? T2, right? This is T1, this is T3, this is T4. This T means like a term, right? So meaning go to this is term 1 right here, term 2 right here, term 3, term 4, okay? So the difference between T2 and T1 must equal to the difference between T3 and T2. The difference between T2 minus T1 must equal to the difference between what? T3 minus what? T2, right? So okay, let's use our pattern, right? So our T2 in this case is minus 3, right? Minus 3 minus 2 is what? Okay, minus 3, which is our T2, minus what? Minus 1 must equal to what? Our T3 minus what? T2, okay? So in this case, our T3 is equals to what? It's equals to minus 5. Our T3 is equals to, again, and then our T2 is equals to minus 3, right? So minus 3 minus 1 equals to what? You guys told me, okay? That's what? Tell me. We all know, right? Cause you know how Gucci I get it this sign, my okay, it'll be like times this one. Minus 1 in here, it's what? It's gonna be positive. No. Yes. It's gonna be positive what? 1. Sorry. And then minus 5 minus 3 equals to plus what? Plus 3, because the minus into minus 3, it's plus. So here it's minus 2. So this sequence is definitely an arithmetic sequence, right? So let's go back. So meaning in this case, our difference is what? We have our difference. Our difference is what? Minus 2. Let's write it here. Our D equals to minus 2. And then our A, I told you, Kutingi, our A is what? It's the first term right here. Our A is the first term. What is the first term of the sequence? It's minus 1. It goes to what? Minus 1. So the nice part about this formula, right, is this one over here. This one is that you don't have to like calculate anything and do the long dry and everything, because usually when you have a pattern already, you have your first term, and then the difference, you just take the difference between the two numbers and then you put it in. So you have your formula from there onwards. You can just put it in a nice and presentable way. But when it comes to this one, the A over here has a different meaning and the B over here has a different meaning. And this one you have to like calculate and everything and all that. So I usually don't prefer that one. In this era, okay, we use this one over here. So we have our A right here, it's minus 1. Our D, we have our A right here, it's what? Minus 1. Our D is what? Minus 2. And then we substitute where in the formula. Tn is equals to A plus D into n minus 1. Our A is minus 1. You put your minus 1 over here. And then plus, okay. So this D was here. And then I just took it the other side. Even if you can put it like in front over here, there's minus 2, it's still fine, but in brackets right here, okay, because we have a minus sign, right? So we substitute our A and D here, our A and D, right? So we can just leave our formula right here, okay? We must put it in a very nice manner, okay, because there are marks for doing that. Okay, so we leave our A right here, minus 1 plus, and then you take this 2 and multiply this bracket with the 2 minus 2. Okay, so minus 2 into 1 and minus 2 times n, it's at minus 2n, minus 2 times minus 1. You all know a negative times a negative, it's a positive, okay? So it's gonna be 2 but a positive 2, because why? Negative times negative, it's positive, okay? 2. So now we see that the minus 2 plus 2 are not like terms, so we can't do anything further than here, okay? So we just have to open our brackets now, okay? So we have the minus 1, right? And then we take this positive sign, multiply by this one minus 2n. So a positive times a negative, it's a negative. And negative, you must always know this. A negative times a positive, still it's a negative. But a positive times a positive is a positive, and negative times a negative, it's a negative. If you want me to write those things down for you, I can also do them. I can write them down for you, but you guys as well can take note of that in your books, okay? So a positive times a negative, I said it's a what? It's a negative. It's going to be a negative 2n, right? A positive times I get more kids like it's positive 1 kind of, right? So a positive times a positive 2, it's going to be what? Positive 2, because it's a positive times a positive, okay? So now we have minus 1 minus 2n plus 2, right? So we're going to group these things like properly. We're going to put the like terms with the like terms like properly, you know. So in this case, this one is gonna partner with this one, and then this one is just gonna be by itself. So it's gonna be minus 1 over here. Let me write my minus 1 properly. Yes, minus 1 minus 1 plus 2, this 2, right? And then minus 2 and this 1. So this 1 minus 1 plus 2 is going to be what? A 1. And then minus 2 and this 1. So now that we have our formula, it's this one, yeah. Tn is equals to 1 minus what? 2n. You see? This formula, it kind of like properly, right? So when you have your formula like this, you have to test it if it's correct, if you didn't like make a mistake or something. So we are gonna use this formula to get our what? Our T1 over here, right? Our T1. Okay, so let's find our T1 using this formula just to make sure that the formula is correct. So we're gonna do this. T1 equals to what? I'm writing nicely. T1 equals to 1 minus into 1. Okay, here it's 2. Sorry. Right? Which is what? 1 minus what? 2, which is minus 1. See, we are getting the what? The minus 1 over here. You can also use the very same formula to find the T2, T3, T4. You get the very same answers. So this shows that our formula is correct. Okay? Yes.